And if there's someone out there sa comment section, nanonood, nakikinig, gusto magpakilala kay Asa Lasso sa isang tunay na tao, please press the guest request button and usap tayo, kape tayo. Let's all welcome Jenny Top. Maraming salamat sa pag-akyat, sa pagbisita.
Hello sir, narinig niyo ako?
Yes ma'am.
Thank you. Sir, today na tao na kikita kita sa mga live minsan. You go, actually madalas kang nababanggit ni Bordado. So, yeah. So, natutuwa ako. This is actually the first time na nakanood ako ng live mo. And I'm glad na meron namang sense talaga yung topic. Kasi lagi niya talagang binabrag na maganda yung mga topic mo.
So okay lang ba na makapagpakilala ka muna sa amin?
Ay, sure po. So, ako po si Jenny, taga Santa Rosa, Laguna. And I work sa BPO for 18 years now. I'm actually byuda po ako and I have 3 kids. So yun, I was actually, ano pa ba sabihin ko? Hindi ko alam, parang nahiya bigla ako.
sige po, isipin mo na yung mga pwede mo sabihin kasi kaya sa ako ang magtanong. Let's all say hello to our guest for today, Jenny. So nasa Pilipinas ka, hindi ka pa nagiging taong labas.
Isang beses lang ako naging taong labas, pero sa India lang po yun.
I always have this fight the big C, but it's up to you if you wanna share anything to us. It's up to you. Fight the big C is all about challenges in life. Napagdaanan, pinagdaanan, or pinagdadaanan. Anything you wanna share with us. And paano mo siya nilalampasan at paano mo siya kinakaharap.
So, baka mag-iyakan tayo nito, sir.
No, that's why nagpauna ako sa'yo na it's up to you if you wanna share it to us or not.
Of course.
Kasi para sa akin, pag nag-usap tayo ng heart to heart, anyone here, that's why follow your heart. Kapag nag-usap tayo ng heart to heart, mas ramdam kita. Mas alam ko kung paano ako makikipag-usap sa'yo. Tulad nung huli kong content, kailangan ko malaman ng iyong halaga bago ko malaman kung pwede kitang pakisamahan.
Almost 2 years ago, actually ngayong August 27, magto 2 years na that my husband passed away. Before my husband passed away, actually he passed away because of COVID. Actually, I lost both my mom and yung husband ko same month ng August of 2021. 2 million, naubos lang siya sa hospital bills. I actually had to sell my house, yung kotse namin, and I had to transfer my kids to public school. During that time, nag-retire kasi ako sa work kasi nga enough na yung ipon, tas meron kaming business. So inisip ko, during that time 16 years ako sa BPO. Parang 16 years is enough na. Then when I lost everything, talagang sobrang hirap. I actually found TikTok as something na makakapaglibang sa akin. Wala ako halos, iilan mabibilang ko sa isang kamay those people who were there for me to at least ask me kung kamusta na yung mga anak ko, kung may makakain pa ba kayo bukas, kung umiiyak ka ba ngayon, alam mo yon. And I felt like yung a few friends who were there for me, parang naramdaman mo rin minsan na parang burden ka sa kanila kasi parang gusto mo ba nakausap mo rin yung kaibigan na umiiyak lang, 'di ba? So I decided to detach myself from social media, na marami akong friends that I considered, and went into TikTok na alam mo, people here doesn't know me. They won't judge me from what they know from the past. I can start all over again. Parang ganun. I can recreate myself. Kung ano mang persona yung gusto kong ipakita, diba? May it be good or bad. Pero ako, my intention for joining TikTok was to make new friends, find people who can understand where I'm coming from, be able to share my story, and also listen to their stories kung papaano nila na-overcome. Kasi sometimes when we have problems, sir, diba, we think na tayo na may pinakagrabing problema. And then when we listen to other people telling their problems or their stories, masyashock ka na parang, grabe, ang petty pala nung problema ko compared sa tao na to. Then it inspires you, diba? So, I've shared my stories with a few that I trusted, and this is actually the first time I'm sharing my story to someone that I just met, sir. So, ayun. But I feel comfortable naman sharing this with you and the group of people that you have. So, for a person like me na walang-wala, na ubos lahat, how I started, actually, medyo, parang I had to box up all my emotions and then bury myself with work kasi yun yung kailangan ko. I need financial stability for my kids. I need to be able to provide for them. Kasi kung ako lang, pwede akong magutom. Kaya kong maglaboy-laboy na lang sa kalsada or whatever, diba? Pero if you have kids na umaasa sa'yo, diba, that's something that you cannot do or afford to do. So, ayun, nagtrabaho ako, finocus ko yung sarili ko sa trabaho, just so I'll be able to provide for the family. Now, we're just renting, wala na akong kotse. The lifestyle that we used to have is very different from the lifestyle that we have now. So, slowly but surely, alam mo yun, sir, kinakaya naman kasi walang choice. I have God that never leaves me, something na siguro alam mo yun, and I'll be honest, ako magpapakatotoo and people can judge me. During this time that everything was happening to my family, my husband was actually studying to be a pastor. So since I got married in year 2000, I worked as I bring the bacon home. Kasi yung husband ko, ang calling niya is a church. And I didn't mind that. Nagkaroon talaga ako ng tampo sa Panginoon. Wala akong karapatan na magtampo sa Diyos. Wala akong karapatan na magtanong sa Diyos because pahiram lang sa atin yung mga taong mahal natin. I understand that. That's true. Alam mo yun. And yung pagtatampo at yung pagko-question ko kay God doesn't mean that I don't have faith in Him. That, alam mo yun, that I resent Him. I did not. Kumbaga dumating lang talaga ako dun sa point na, okay, siguro nga, God is teaching me and letting me know na wala ka nang makakapitan ngayon, ako na lang. And I know that everything happens for a reason. Pero yung question ko na, Lord, ang daming taong masama. Ang daming tao na hindi sumusunod sa iyo. Ang daming tao na, alam mo yun, pwede mong kunin kasi walang silbi dito sa mundo. Bakit yung asawa ko na wants to preach for you, diba? And brings his family closer to you. And alam mo yun, tas biglang kukuhanin mo lahat yun. At the end of the day, what makes me stronger now is knowing that everything is going to be okay in the future because I have God. Yun. And I have Him to protect me and my kids. And He knows na kaya ako nandito pa because I still have a purpose in life and I still have, to take care of my kids.
Kapag ikaw ay may pagsubok, kapag ikaw ay may kinakaharap ng mga suliranin, mas ang tendency lumapit at magtanong ka kay God. Kasi pag nasa sayo ang lahat, kapag mayaman ka, marangya ka, ano ang time mo na makipag-usap?
Totoo yan. Sabi nga nila, sir, it's easier to praise God when you have everything. So, that's why, alam mo yun, mas bigyan natin ng pansin yung mga taong tumatawag pa rin sa Panginoon kahit walang-wala na. Kahit nasa ibaba ka na. Diba? Ngayon naman, honestly, I have someone, binigyan ako ni God ng, I consider it still, God sent, diba?
Kung nagtanong ka at nagtampo ka kay Lord, that's good. Kasi, sa kabila ng mga nangyari sa buhay mo, siya pa rin yung naisip mo. Di ba? I mean, that's the exact reason why it happens. Parang, tol, kilala mo pa ba ako? Jenny, tagal na natin hindi nag-uusap pa. But sometimes, most of the times, it's hard to accept kasi hindi tayo sanay sa ganun. Kaya naman sinabi ko rin minsan na mas dapat tayong masanay sa mga bagay na hindi tayo sanay para masanay tayo. So ito yung bagong ikaw, ito yung bagong kayo. So dapat mas
Yes.
masanay ka dito, mas masanay ka na hindi mo na kailangang kalimutan ang Diyos. Hindi ka na kailangang kalabitin ulit para lang maalala mo siya. May time machine ako, Jenny. Kung sasakay ka sa time machine ko, saan mo gusto magpunta? Yung eksaktong pangyayari, yung eksaktong taon, kung babalik ka sa nakaraan, kung ba pupunta ka sa kinabukasan, or mag-i-stay ka sa kasalukuyan.
Grabe, ang hirap ng tanong mo, sir. Pero, alam mo, ang ganda ng question na yan, na siguro I'll go back to the day that, I lost my mom muna. No? I would go there. Kasi kami, dalawang bahay po kasi kami, sir. So, my mom's house and then sa house ko. Both household kasi were experiencing yun nga, COVID, lahat may COVID. Unfortunately, dahil naka-lockdown kami sa mga bahay namin, I wasn't able to go dun sa bahay niya. And we tried to find a hospital talaga for her, pero wala talaga. During this time kasi, ito po yung second wave ng COVID, na ito yung may mga namamatay even sa parking lot, waiting for, alam mo yun, for a room. So, I would go to her house, regardless, kasi ilang streets away lang yun eh. I'd go to her house talaga and tell her na mahal ko siya, that thankful ako for the life she has given me. Just so you know din, sir, no, yung mom that I was talking about is a mom who adopted me as a baby. So very maalala mo kaya po kasi yung buhay ko. So I was, po kasi, my biological mom tried to abort me as a baby. Unfortunately, for her, nabuhay ako at 6 months and a half. And iniwan ako sa hospital, given up for adoption, and I was blessed that yung daddy ko po American, and then yung asawa niya were looking for children to adopt kasi hindi na sila magkaroon ng anak. So they adopted me as a baby, and sila na po yung nag-alaga sa akin. So kahit hindi ko po biological mom yung mom ko, she saved me. My dad and my mom saved me po kasi baka na malimos lang ako sa kalsada or nasa ampunan ako if had they not adopted me, diba po? So yun. So I would thank my mom on that particular day of everything that she has done for me, for my children, treated me as her own talaga, na hindi niya kami pinabayaan.
Sorry So gusto mong bumalik doon sa time na yon kasi gusto mong magpasalamat sa lahat?
Yes.
So sinasabi mo ba dito, base sa pagkakaintindi ko, na hindi mo siya nagawa?
Hindi ko nagawa kasi during that time, that particular day, hindi ko alam na she was gonna pass. Umaasa ka, diba? Alam mo yung parang umaasa ka talaga na she will be able to make it. She was only 61 during that time. Alam mo yun, malakas. Alam mo yun, so talagang hindi ko ina-expect na she will pass away.
Pangit pakinggan Ito, hindi sa ngayon ko lang natutunan, but kanina ko lang ipinaramdam at ipinamukha sa asawa ko na nagkaroon kami, hindi nga tampuhan misunderstanding lang, hindi kami nag-uusap. Pero naimensahe ko sa kanya na kung mawawala ako bukas, hindi natin alam. Gusto mo ba akong maalala na hindi tayo nag-uusap? So what I'm trying to say here is that gawin natin yung mga alam natin tama sa mga mahal natin sa buhay bago pa mahuli yung lahat.
Yes.
Kasi ako, my biggest regrets, itatanong ko sana sa'yo, but you did answer it already. My biggest regret, kung tatanong ko to sa mga nanonood at nakikinig, what is your biggest regrets in life? Usually, at common na isasagot nila sa atin, wala. Kasi kung hindi nangyari sa akin yung mga pangyayari sa buhay na napagdaanan ko, hindi magiging ako kung sino ako ngayon. Pero napag-isip-isip ko na hindi. Meron kang isang regret sa buhay mo na hindi mo nagawa or nagawa mo sa buhay. Huling tanong para sa getting to know me. Gusto ko imaginein mo siya na nasa harapan mo talaga. Boy Abunda. Kung meron tao sa harapan mo ngayon, anong sasabihin mo? Yung pinaka-importante na tao sa buhay mo. It's up to you kung sino ang gusto mo isagot.
Yung husband ko. I would tell him na,
Siya
so
kausapin mo.
remember, sige. Yun nga, because nagkaroon ako ng regret na hindi ko napakita kay mommy yung, yung gratefulness ko for taking care of me. Binawi ko yun sa'yo. Binawi ko yun sa'yo, Clarence. Kaya I was there for you up until the last breath, 'di ba? I know na, alam mo yun, you're happy now where you're at. And alam ko na you were worried about me and the kids for the last 2 years kasi you see me na hindi ako umiiyak, hindi ako nagsasabi ng what's inside of me, and I was trying to keep it all to myself. Pero now I'm acknowledging it and it's making me stronger. Alam ko naman na hindi mo ako iiwan dito, 'di ba? Mag-isa. If you have not felt na ready na ako, na I can do this on my own, that I can still guide our children. Nagpapasalamat ako sa'yo kasi napalaki mo sila, nabantayan mo sila, napakilala mo sa kanila yung Panginoon. And it wasn't hard for me anymore to just continue your legacy. So, salamat talaga sa maraming bagay. I mean, for taking care of me and the children for the last 21 years. 21 years of being with you, napaka sarap balikan. You were a good father, you were a good husband, and a good person. And I know that you know that up until the last minute that you were alive. People showed how much they loved you, and I know that you're also happy that I'm considering again and opening up my heart. Kasi I know we've talked about it, napag-usapan natin yan before, although iniisip natin dati na ako yung mauuna kasi I was the one who was unhealthy, diba? Pero yun nga, I know that you're proud of my choices. I know that you're proud of, the strength na pinapakita ko. So, just rest easy there, and I have this. Ayun lang, sir. So, parang
Salamat.
naiyak naman ako.
Hindi nga eh. Alam mo, yun sana yung sasabihin ko eh. Bakit wala kang nagiging emosyon, hindi mabigat para sa'yo? Kasi mas matibay ka na ngayon. Mas natanggap mo na yung mga pinagdaanan mo. Kasi usually, ayun, yung pala, bakit wala kang emosyon? Kasi masasabi ko na talagang nakapag-move on ka na. Gets mo? I mean, kung hindi man,
I was actually considering it as moving forward. Kasi hindi po ako naniniwala sa moving on. Kasi para sa akin, pag sinabi mong moving on, it's forgetting the past and then continuing sa future. So I consider this as moving forward. I don't forget the past, diba? I am just going through the future. Yun po.
So moving forward, 'di ba? Pakisabi mo nga yan dun sa mga nasawi sa pag-ibig. please stop telling or convincing yourself na naka-move on ka na. Kasi hindi mo naman para kalimutan kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan mo. Magiging gabay mo yon sa kinabukasan. Gagamitin mo yung mga natutunan mo sa mga kakaharapin mo pa bukas. Maraming salamat sa iyo. Thank you Jenny, sa pagtitiwala mo sa akin, sa mga bata. Eto, sa asawa mo, any words na matatandaan mo na hindi mo nasabi sa kanya pero gusto mong sabihin? Just a word.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Salamat.